That's Lauren Hibbs, Charlotte Baseball, and it's a little bit chilly. The cold weather held off for you. The last weekend you got the Green-White Series in, and a lot of guys got some action out there. And kind of the culmination of a long fall. You guys were able to work a lot with the fellas. I know working in the new weight room and all the conditioning you guys have been through is probably nice to actually see guys get out on the field and do what they do. Did you learn anything about the team that you didn't know already, or do you think the guys learned a lot about themselves, especially a lot of the new guys?
All the above, and as you can see, we're out here on green grass. Our guys, our facilities guys have done a great job this summer and this fall getting us back to a really, really, really good playing surface to play on. So got to throw a shout out to the grounds guys for doing that. But we've gotten better. You know, to answer the question, we've gotten better. We've gotten physically stronger. We're in better shape. We've got a lot of good work in the fall, and our individual phase there on the front end of the fall, and then with our team phase. And we went about a week and a half later with our team phase this year than we did last year. And again, most of that was due to the strength and conditioning situation, trying to give them some time on the front end. Our guys, welcomed it. Our players welcomed it, and it was a good weekend to finish on. We had the Miracle League group that came out here on Saturday and Sunday. That was good for our guys to reconnect with them. So we've done a lot of work with them this fall. And the weather was great. We stayed healthy for the most part. And it was a good way to end the fall. So we got about 3 weeks now until Thanksgiving break. And again, trying to take advantage of that with weightlifting and conditioning for the next 3 weeks.
You do have quite a few new faces, a lot of new guys on the list, a few junior transfers, and I know we've talked in the past about them catching up to the Division I level, and we'll talk about that in the spring. But shock maybe for some of these guys for what this level of baseball is about, from the weightlifting to all the conditioning to the level, the speed you guys like to play. Do you see wide eyes sometimes when guys do some things with you for the first time and then you put it into game action?
Well, we like the junior college guys we brought in. I think that all of them have a chance to contribute right away, but they're not our best players. So that's a good thing too. I'm really proud of Bazin, Shane, and Roland, and Johnny Hamilton, and Hatley, and Pope, and Mike Green, and J.J. Elsesser, and all those guys that are seniors for us, because there was more of a sense of urgency this fall than we've had for the last couple of falls. And it's due, our coaching staff has tried to set that tone, but it's also due to our seniors. And they've done a good job, this fall leading our guys. The junior college guys have fit in very well into the mix and what we're trying to get accomplished. And our freshmen were lost, like most freshmen are the first part of the fall. And as each practice went on, they got a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better. And several of those freshmen players and pitchers have a chance to help us as time goes on.
That was going to be my next question. Was with a lot of new guys, it takes a lot of internal leadership, and you do also have a lot of seniors, but you have quite a few guys who redshirted last year that look a little stronger, a little bigger, a little more ready to contribute. It's going to take a big roster to get through the rigors of a season. How important is it for that long list of guys that are back to know the way you guys want to do things and help get the younger guys up to speed a little quicker and make sure that they've got the right support around them?
They know. I mean, our guys, we communicate with them as to what the level of expectation is, what the level of commitment takes for us to get, playing back at a really high level like we've done most of the better part about the last 7 or 8 years. It's just a matter of the daily process and focusing on the daily process. Our guys get that. They understand that. The young guys are still figuring that out, to be honest with you. But it's something that we're looking forward to. And again, the fall practice was good. The individual phase was good. Now we're in the phase where we got to really build strength over the next 3 to 6 to 7 weeks in the weight room, and our guys understand the task at hand. And the seniors, again, have been great in terms of their leadership from that end.
What do you take away from the games this weekend? It was kind of the last little test before they break up into small groups. Did you really learn the things that some of these guys need to work on, and what are some of the things you will take away from this last week, projecting that into next year?
I learned that we need to get a video system here at the stadium. Okay. It's something that we're actively raising money for, something that most of the major programs in this area and around the country have a full-fledged video system. We need to have it because I sat behind home plate for all 3 of the games, and it's a great view up there. There was things that I could be able to see and notes that I could take that I don't get, that perspective in our regular spring game situation. So kind of turned all the pitching stuff over to Brandon for the last 3 games. Rochelle, Chris was in the dugout, and he was kind of an advisor offensively and defensively with positioning to the seniors that were running each team. And then I was able to kind of separate up there and take notes and see the game from a different perspective. So, we've got things we got to work on. We've got to be a little bit better, from a pitching catching standpoint in terms of that exchange and throwing the ball to the glove and blocking and calling the game and doing those things that I think all good teams at any level do. But we moved around really well this fall. We got guys running pretty well, and we stayed healthy. Knock on wood, we stayed healthy. Most of the fall. The only guy really that we're going to have that we're going to be without now is Corbin Shive, who had surgery this summer, and that's going to be a big loss for us. Honestly, he's a guy that's pitched for us and done a good job in terms of becoming one of our better hitters, and it's going to be a pretty big loss for us to not have him this spring. But it just gives another guy an opportunity to step in there and play.
Last thing for you, getting to sit in those stands as we start making our way to the ticket push. How much did you enjoy sitting up there in the stands? And I know that we want to get fans encouraged to get them to buy the season tickets here as we make that push in the off season. What kind of atmosphere are you able to generate here?
It was great, and just to getting a chance for me to be able to interact with our fan base too. We had a couple, 300 or 400 people at just about every scrimmage this weekend, and that's pretty cool. First of all, to have that many people show up, and then to interact with them and watch our guys play, and it's a great place to watch games, and now we got the parking situation resolved. Coach Lambert and the football program, we got that football stadium just about complete, so the parking problems from last year have been resolved, and it's just a great place to watch a college baseball game. Very intimate atmosphere. The fan base, our fans are right on top of the action, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed just sitting up there and mingling with the fans and being able to have that view, 25, 30 feet behind home plate right there on top of the action.
Well, they'll have 36 home games to watch it, plus we're hosting the A-10 tournament this year. One more run through this league, and hopefully you guys have good health here in the off-season. Well, we don't want to call it the off-season. The smaller portion, strength and conditioning part of the season, I know it'll be important for the guys to stay healthy and be ready to play come February 15th. I know you guys are looking forward to it. Thanks for the visit, and have a good winter time as you guys hibernate and get in there and get stronger and bigger for the fall.
We'll be ready to go in the spring. Thanks.